Hey guys, welcome to another episode. I'd like to talk a little bit about cameras. You know, it's always nice to use high quality cameras, but sometimes not everybody wants to carry a very huge camera. This is the camera I usually use. It's an A7C with a 16-35 lens. It's pretty big, as you can see. So if you're vlogging, you're holding this thing out, you're gonna get some looks. Like, look at this. You're gonna get some looks. Look how big this is. Sometimes you just want to carry a small camera, and you know, a lot of manufacturers make pretty good cameras. Sony makes good cameras. Canon makes some pretty good small cameras, like the PowerShot G7X, G7X 2 and 3. Sony makes the RX100 line. More recently, the ZV-1 line. Point and shoot cameras are great to vlog with, but you know, for a very long time, they've been about 24 millimeters. Which, if you've used one of those cameras before, it's not really that wide. It's wider than 35, but you could definitely use more. I use this big camera because it's a 16-35, and I sometimes like to vlog at 16 or 18. I want it really wide, right? So point and shoots, you know, they haven't been so great for that until now. I don't think you would have guessed it, but you've already seen the camera I use to make these videos. This is a point and shoot. This video is not specifically about a camera, but Sony has just recently released a camera called the ZV-1F. Now, it's not a successor to the ZV-1. The ZV-1 actually costs more, like about 800 bucks. This camera is about 500 bucks. And the cool thing about this camera, and before I jump forward, they have cut some features to make it cheaper. But the cool thing about this camera, and the reason why I got it, was this is the first time Sony or any manufacturer I can think of has put a 20 millimeter lens on their point and shoot cameras. So now you have a wider view. You might think it's pretty wide right now, but it has some help. It's not the only thing I'm using right now. So I wanted to make a video, which you can probably see in the title, about a combination of items you can use if you're looking for a small camera package with a great video and you want a wide lens. This is the ZV-1F and the Ulanzi wide-angle lens. Let's get into it. This is the camera I'm using right now. It is the Sony ZV-1F. But look at the lens. This thing is massive. Now, this is not what the camera usually looks like. I'll show you what it looks like in a second. Okay, so I've switched back to the ZV-1F. This looks weird, doesn't it, to you? Well, guess what? I don't have the adapter on, and I have steady shot. So if you get this camera and you leave steady shot on because you want stabilization, this is what it's gonna look like. It's about arm's length. I have it on a tripod in front of me. This is about arm's length. So this is what you get. This is what you would get if you use a ZV-1, the normal ZV-1. This is how much you would effectively get. So that's more than 24 millimeter because you got a little crop going on. I'm gonna leave the camera in the same spot, and I'm gonna turn off stabilization so you see what 20 millimeter gets you. So now we have the camera with stabilization off. This is what 20 millimeters looks like at the same distance as earlier. I haven't moved the camera. All I did was change the stabilization using the menu, using the screen that I flipped over here. So I can see the menus right here. I would recommend this camera just for regular vlogging. If you weren't going to use this Ulanzi wide angle lens, I would recommend this because look, this is what 20 millimeter will get you. Now we're going to screw this on. Okay, so now I got the camera. I'm just going to screw in the lens. Hopefully it's going to stay there. I should have went left then right first. Same distance, right? Look, arm. So if I was vlogging, this is what the distance would be like. Same distance. You can see a lot more, can't you? You can see a lot more up here and a lot more down right here. This is way more than we're getting before, right? I'll just take it off right here. Like, take it off right there. This little distance between my head and the top. This distance between the bottom. Just look at it. Wide. No wide. Wide. No wide. This thing makes the camera a little heavier, but it was worse on the ZV-1 because the ZV-1 had a lens that came out. So this very heavy adapter and lens combo, you know, kind of made it front heavy. But this one's a prime lens. The lens doesn't come out. It's just like this. I think you'll have no problem with it. I'm not even slightly worried about putting this heavy piece of glass on it. If you want it portable, I think 20mm is fine. This is 20mm, and it's fine. But wider is always pretty cool. And this is the wider lens. So yeah, got it on the tripod. Now active stabilization off, and the Ulanzi wide angle at arm's length. Imagine vlogging like this. Oh, I'm vlogging. Look at me vlog. Isn't that pretty cool? I think it's pretty damn cool. And that's it. Sony ZV-1F, Ulanzi wide angle adapter. I'll put links in the description so you can get yourself this camera if you want, or this lens, or both. So if you don't want to carry a big setup, you want to use a point and shoot, consider these two. That's all I've got for you right now. Take it easy.